Hey guys, Dr. Morse, injury experts. So we finally get a little bit of clarity on Aaron Rodgers' left wrist injury. Now, he's expected to play today in week 13, but we heard that he suffered a left wrist fracture on his non-throwing hand 2 weeks ago. They had him sat out last week despite wanting to play through it. And finally, we hear this morning with this tweet that he has not one, but 3 fractures in his distal wrist. Now, the question is which bones? And there's a lot of bones in the wrist. Look at all the carpal bones in the wrist. Now, this is, if I were to play odds, this is most likely a distal radius, a distal ulna styloid, and something called a tricretrum. But this could easily be 2 of those and a small fracture at what we call the TFCC. This could be a bunch of the small carpal bones that just based on how he landed. And the question becomes, is this stable in order for him to continue to play through, or does this eventually need surgery? Now, the question really is irrelevant right now because he's going to play through it. And we know that he's going to not really be able to take a whole lot of snaps from under center, just given the way that he has to hold that receiving hand. He is not going to be able to do that type of flexion or rotation. So he's going to have to come back, and he's going to have to protect, but hold like this, and finally throw with his right hand. Now, obviously, he can have a setback, he can have a re-injury, but I would not be surprised if he has actually a pretty decent day today and actually does okay going forward. Similar to a lot of the old veteran, running backs and wide receivers and quarterbacks, these guys will pretty much play through anything because they love the game and they get paid a lot of money. They know if they're one injury away, they're no longer reliable, and eventually they get replaced, and that's the end of it. So crazy. Not many guys play with 3 bones broken in your wrist, especially for a quarterback, even if it's non-throwing. But just the nature of Aaron Rodgers. I would love to know which bones, but we can speculate. Either way, cool story. Rock and roll Aaron Rodgers, week 13 and going forward. Hopefully they can make a playoff push as they're kind of on the seat, going back and forth with the Baltimore Ravens, trying to hold off the Cincinnati Bengals.